The only problem with the austerity program is it's not austere enough, especially when it comes to government spending. But it is the more responsible policy than going for some Keynesian-style, Paul Krugman-esque stimulus. Yet more people voted for stimulus than austerity. I mean, why should that surprise anybody? I mean, what do you expect the people to vote for? You know, they all want a quick fix. They want an easy way out. That's the problem. They don't understand the economics. They just vote for what sounds good. That's the problem with democracy. The fact that 46% of the Italians voted for the austerity candidates, that's probably a pretty good sign. I don't know if we'd get 46% of Americans voting for austerity when the time comes. But, you know, it's amazing to me that the people that defend democracy the most, right? You got the Democrats that are like, look, we got to do what the public says. We got to mandate the people are voting for this. They want this, so we're going to give the people what they want, right? They're the same group. They're the same people that think the average person is a complete idiot. I mean, think about it. I mean, I believe in free markets and individual liberty. I think people are smart enough to make the best decisions for themselves about their own lives, what makes them happy, you know, what keeps them safe. I think nobody cares more about the individual than that individual. And people, by and large, can be trusted to do what's right for themselves more than we can trust somebody else to make the decision for them to do what's right. But the left thinks that, no. People are too stupid to do that. We need the government to protect them from themselves because they can't make a good decision with respect to anything. They don't know what to eat. They don't know, everything needs to be regulated. My industry, I'm in the brokerage industry. According to the government, people are too stupid to evaluate an investment on their own. They need help from the government. I mean, what was the whole idea about this new consumer protection? Consumers are too dumb to understand a mortgage. They're too dumb to understand a credit card offer. The government has to protect them. All the occupational licensing. Think about, barbers. According to, governments don't even think people are smart enough to know whether or not they get a good haircut. If you want to be a barber, you need to get licensed because after all, if you're not licensed, then somebody might get a bad haircut. And they might be so stupid, they won't even realize that they got a bad haircut. And they're going to keep coming back to the same barber anyway, even though the guy doesn't know how to cut hair. So the government has to come in and save us from ourselves because that's how dumb we are. Yet supposedly we're smart enough to figure out economic policy and vote on it. I mean, if we're so stupid that we have to be protected from every decision by the government, then why should we be allowed to vote? How could you trust the same people that are too dumb to figure out anything else to somehow figure out what economic policy should be for the nation? See, I think that's where the people don't understand. They don't understand economics. They understand their own lives. They know what's good for themselves. They can function in the market. They should be able to make market-oriented decisions as to what they want to buy and how they want to run their lives. Without the government interfering. But, where I don't want to trust them is I don't want to trust them to do the economic policy because they might not be educated. They don't understand the consequences of what they're voting for. They're voting for what sounds good, and they think somebody else is going to pay for it.